All right, hey everybody, this is Phil with Applied Vitality. Thank you for tuning in today. Today we have a very important topic to discuss, and that is the topic of holistic health. We're going to be discussing how to apply it to your life and what exactly holistic health even is. A lot of people have no clue what it is, and I'm telling you this is an important topic. It's what got me in the health I'm in today. It got me feeling great, and it's got me feeling so great that I want to share it with you. So to get started, I'm going to kind of give you a definition of what holistic health means. Now, holistic health, in my own words, and in a lot of other professionals' words as well, they kind of view it the same way, but holistic health is the application of your health mentally, spiritually, emotionally, and physically. Okay, now those four things are very important. Those are probably the four core fundamental healths that you have in yourself and in your body and spiritually as well, so out of body. So now these four things are very important to your health, and if you can master or get these as vitally working as vitally as possible, that's how you're going to master holistic health, and that's how you're going to feel and look the best you've ever looked or felt in your entire life. Okay? Now, things that disrupt holistic health are things like stress. Okay? Stress hits you physically, stress hits you mentally, emotionally, and stress can hit you spiritually as well. If you're wrestling with some spiritual issues, some religious issues, whatever they may be, stress is the number one factor in keeping people from being holistically healthy all around. Okay, there's business stressors, there's relationship stressors, there's stressors such as exercise. A lot of people don't know this, but exercise is actually a big stress on the body if you're stressed in other areas. Okay, it's called your physiological stress load. Now, that is your overall load of stress from everything going on in your life. Like I mentioned before, business, relationships, spiritual stressors, mental, emotional stressors, and physical stressors such as exercise can be very harmful to you, and they can just be another stress in your life if you're already physiologically overloaded with stress. Okay, and that's where a lot of people need work-in exercises. Now, you can check out some videos coming in the future. I'm going to be performing and showing you how to do some work-in exercises, and these are great exercises that will they're called work-in because they bring energy into your body. Instead of expending all this energy working out, these work-in exercises bring in energy. Okay, and that's what a lot of people need because they're so stressed. Going to the gym is not going to help them. Okay, they need to go on a walk. That can be a work-in exercise as long as you don't do it to the point where your heart rate goes up, you start sweating, perspiring, whatever. There's a whole list of things. But all in all, stressors affect your health a lot. Okay, and there's a lot of other things that affect your health. Okay, food quality is of the utmost importance. Okay, now when I'm talking food quality, I mean when you buy meats, you want to look for organic, grass-fed, free-range meats. Okay, you want to look for meats that are raised without antibiotics, without nitrates, without all these hormones and extra crap, because all that stuff is foreign to your body. Your body has no idea what to do with it. And a lot of people think, okay, I'm going to eat light meat versus dark meat because light meat's better for me. Okay, and dark meat is filled with a lot of animal fats, and fat's bad for you. Okay, there's a lot of misnomers out there about fats. Okay, fats can be very helpful to your body. Saturated fats, animal fats, fats such as coconut oil are very good for your body, and your body needs fat. Your brain is made up, I forget the percentage, but your brain lives off fat. Okay, so you need that in your life. And other things that I would suggest about diet or the physical part of your health is stay away from gluten. Okay, gluten is very addictive, and this has been shown through studies. There's a great book called Wheat Belly. I forget the author's name, but you can look it up. It's a New York Times bestseller. Great book, a lot of information. And gluten, when you actually get off gluten, and I really suggest doing that, when you get off gluten, the first couple of days you're going to go through gluten withdrawals. And that's how powerful gluten is, okay? And I'm not talking about the bread that they talk about in the Bible, which was 2,000 years ago. I'm talking about bread now that's all genetically modified. Don't even get me started on GMOs, okay? Because, oh my gosh, I can talk for days about GMOs. But bread is very addictive, And you can see that when you take people off gluten. Okay, when you take people off gluten, you see just how addictive it is. But I would suggest, if you're trying to get into health, you've tried everything, you've tried all these diets, let's say you work out 5 to 7 days a week, an hour a day, you do all this cardio, you're eating what America or the standard diet is, and you're not getting healthy. I suggest cutting out gluten for sure from your diet for at least 10 days and just see how you feel. The first couple of days, like I said, you might feel a little out of it, or you might feel like you're craving bread or whatever, but stick with it. I would say 30 days. Give it 30 days if you can make it that long, and you should be able to if you're really committed to your health. 30 days and just see how you feel. See if you lose some weight. Within 30 days, you should see some weight loss. If you have constipation or some joint aches or pains, those should be going away or have already gone away in 30 days. And that's just from removing gluten from your diet. And a lot of people also have intolerances, food intolerances to dairy. Now, this might not be raw milk, okay, because I have a gluten intolerance and I also have a dairy intolerance, but that's not to raw dairy. Raw dairy is completely different. It's not messed with. There's not any RGBH in raw dairy. You know, the cows that the dairy comes from aren't fed grain, they're fed grass, okay? It's a lot of different things, okay? So you want to look, and now the top 6 food intolerances that humans have, usually, now you might or might not, depends on how much you eat these foods, how often, your genetics have a play in it too. If you eat a lot of those things in your diet, you might want to consider cutting those out and just see how you feel. See if you feel any better. Cut those out for 30 days, or start with gluten or whatever you want to start with, and just see how you feel. After 30 days, reintroduce gluten to your diet and log. Write it down, webcast it, whatever you got to do to show what exactly is happening in your body when you eat this stuff. Because after having it out of your body for 30 days and reintroducing it, if it affects you negatively, you'll know that you have a food intolerance to gluten. And food intolerances can really mess with your health. And ultimately, everyone's different, okay? On a biological and cellular and genetic level, everybody is different, okay? So the South Beach diet or the Atkins diet may work for some people, and it may not work at all for others. And that's where metabolic typing and some of this holistic health comes into play, because you got to find what works for you. Listen to your body. That's why a lot of people suggest that you keep a health journal, and you start eating this way with the fruits, vegetables, and meats that we were as humans meant to eat, that God or the Creator or whatever you want to believe put on this earth for us to eat and for us to flourish. Okay, so you eat these foods and you got to note what you're feeling. You shouldn't feel tired or sluggish after you eat. You should feel energized. You shouldn't feel bloated after you eat. You should feel satisfied. You shouldn't feel full. You shouldn't feel hungry. There's all these things that go into diet, and that's why you need to log, okay? Because it's going to help you determine what diet fits you best and what is going to help you reach optimal health the quickest, and what's going to help you reach your optimal health so that you can feel and look the best you've ever felt. Just step your foot into the door, okay, and just give it a try. Just research it a little bit. I would say 90% to do with our diets. What we aren't eating, what we are eating, the amount of exercise that we do that becomes stressful and just is another stress to the body, or the lack of exercise that we're doing. And overall, back to holistic health, it comes down to our mental, emotional, spiritual, and physical health. You want to have the best health you can, physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, because if you can attain that, you will have holistic health, and I guarantee you will look and feel the best you've ever felt in your entire life. Thank you guys for watching. This is my first kind of, not lecture video, but like talk video, so we'll see how it goes. And I did it with my shirt off because, like my mentor Paul Chek, I want you guys to see this is my exercise program. Okay, this is my holistic health program, and this is what it's gotten me. Okay, and I feel better than I've ever felt my entire life. And look, I've only been doing this for maybe a little over a year. So that just tells you that there's a lot of good that can come from this. And a lot of people might say that eating this, organic and free range and grass fed is really expensive. And I will say this, it is very expensive. So you gotta spend the money where you can. But the best investment that any human being can make is in themselves. okay, whether that be physically, mentally, emotionally, or spiritually, or to better yourself in whatever way. We gotta respect our planet and respect each other, and that's why I think holistic health is vitally important to this world. Thank you guys.